If you never have enough money left over to do things you want to do, you either have a spending problem or an income problem. Let's figure out which one you have in 2 easy steps. Step 1, you need to sit down and you need to write down all of your monthly expenses and you need to add them up. So this is any bills that have due dates, debt payments, any loan payments you have, groceries, and gas. These are things that you have to spend every month to stay alive, basically. So like I said, bills, groceries, gas. Once you have that number, you need to subtract that from your total monthly income. If your monthly income varies, use a low average of your monthly income because we would rather use a low average and underestimate than overestimate. That number is going to be your leftover. So you're either going to get a negative leftover or a positive leftover. If you have a negative leftover, then you potentially have an income problem. If you have a positive leftover, then you potentially have a spending problem. If you have an income problem, that means that you are not bringing in enough income to cover your expenses and have anything left over to save or pay down debt. So what you need to do is try to reduce your expenses. Go through all of those expenses you wrote down and see which ones do you not need. Can you get rid of cable? Can you get rid of any of your subscriptions? Then you need to go through and negotiate whatever bills you can to try to get discounts. There are a few different bills that you can try to negotiate and get a discount on. You can call your cable, your internet, your insurance, and you can ask them for a lower rate. You can ask them for a discount. Tell them that you've been price shopping, you found a better price somewhere else for the same service, and see if they can give you a discount because you want to stay with their company because you've been a loyal customer. A lot of times they will magically find discounts to apply to your account. I've done this with my car insurance before and saved over $100 a month doing that, and I audit my bills around every 6 months to see if there's any discounts that I can get and lower my bills. You can also find more income, whether that is in the form of asking for a raise, which I have a video about recently. Also, you can get any side hustles that you can bring in additional income. That way you have enough to cover your expenses and you can also hit your goals. It is very important if you have this income problem, you have a negative leftover, you do all of these steps and you create a very good budget for yourself that you can actually stick to, because that's really going to help you get ahead. If you have a spending problem, it's really important that you track your spending for 30 days straight to see exactly where your money is going, what are you spending on, and to learn your spending habits. You can also do this by looking at a past bank statement with some highlighters. Go and highlight the different categories of your spending and see exactly where is that money going. This serves 2 purposes. It allows you to see what you're doing with your money, and it also allows you to see what things are important to you so that you can include them in your budget. Because when you include your spending habits in your budget, you're not overly restricting yourself. You're able to actually stick to that budget so that you can hit your goals. So having a good budget for yourself is very important, but it does rely on you knowing your spending habits. You also need to put impulse purchase rules into place for yourself. This might look like implementing a waiting period for yourself before you make an impulse purchase. This might look like you add a savings match rule to yourself. So anytime you want to impulse buy something, you have to send that same amount of money to your savings. It's really important to have good goals here that you can work towards. That way you know what you're going towards. You're not just restricting yourself or putting these rules in place for no reason. You have something you're working towards and it's going to help you stay focused. Let me know in the comments which category do you fall into and what are you going to do about it? It's important to realize that you are the one that has control of your situation. Nobody is going to come in and save you from your own self. Nobody is going to come and change your finances for you. It is up to you to make those changes and to actually make something happen. The good news is that you are totally capable of this, and with some focus and consistency, learning the things you need to learn and setting systems in place for yourself, you can completely transform your finances. Your life can look completely different by the end of this year. I promise. You got this, friend.